I recognize we've not even had Thanksgiving yet, but here I am, trying to get myself in the Christmas spirit. And you know what? The Christmas spirit's a whole lot bigger than pandemics or any of those other things that are going on, because Christmas is about the hope of the world, the light of the world that's come into a dark place. The year 2020 has been a dark time. It's been a challenging time in so many ways. The last 2 weeks, we weren't able to have our small groups, and that's terrible. I don't like not being able to offer those. We're probably not going to be able to offer those the next couple, 3 weeks, maybe even through the rest of this year. We don't know. And at times you think, can we ever catch a break? And yet we do have a wonderful break. We still have so many abilities and so many ways to do things that just didn't exist just a few years ago. And so tomorrow night, Monday night at 7 o'clock, you can join Rochelle and I for a weekly Bible study. And that's just whoever comes and gathers, and we're going to be our own small group until we can get back in person. And that's great. It's wonderful that we have these opportunities to do that. And so as we're thinking through Thanksgiving this week, be thankful that God has placed us in this time strategically, and He's allowing us to use technology in a way to for the good of His kingdom. And so we'll count our blessings in that way. Well, it's caused a lot of changes this year. I don't know how this Sunday is going to play out. Our county, if you are unaware, has moved to kind of the danger level, the red threshold. I'm not exactly sure what that means for churches and where we're at. We're going to do our best to remain open, but we also want to do our best to protect those in our congregation and our community. And so we always are trying to think of both of those things and balance both of those things out. Well, as we come to the end of the year, normally we would be having a church business meeting. I know people mark that on their calendars. It's one of the biggest days of the year, right? Well, anyway, we need to do it. It's important things. We talk about our church officers, and we talk about our budget and all those kinds of things that are important to the organization of the church. Well, we're not going to do that in December. We're going to move that to January. And the reason for that is we want to be able to see where we are financially at the end of 2020. We know we will have some savings, and we know there's a potential that, given the economic situation, there could be a strong economic downturn. We're trying to balance everything to be extremely responsible next year with our obligations, but also to remember why we are a church, and that's to see lives changed with the good news about Jesus. And so we want to put all those things together. And so when you think about all of those things, I hope you'll be in prayer for those who help make decisions and for the finances of the church. And if you're not giving online, please consider giving online, or again, you can always mail into the church. As we come to the end of the year, we always know that we're going to have a strong December, and while we're a little behind this year, we've been able to meet all the needs we have because our expenses have been less. And so that's been a tremendous blessing in planning for 2021. Also, if you have any needs, if something's happened in your life, please let us know. We do have ways of helping you. And we are here as a church to help our family through hard times. And that's what we want to be able to do. So remember, no business meeting in December. We'll move that to January, whether it'll be in person or virtual. We don't know yet. But also just be in prayer for this season. Use a time of Thanksgiving to remember that God is good and He has truly blessed us. He knows how all this turns out, and He knows how to carry us through this time and through whatever valleys it is we're going through. He will guide us through this time into His arms someday. And I hope that you have that hope in your life, that you know that your life rests in His hands and that someday you will be with Him. So that is why we celebrate. That's why we even have a reason to give thanks this year, because God sent His Son. And Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's a great time to remember that hope. And so get out your Christmas tree, get out all your lights this year. Don't forget to celebrate and put a little hope in your season as we head toward 2021.